God created man and woman. This second in the series of the top 10 is, of course, the creation of man and woman. Join us as we revisit the scene in the Garden of Eden as man appears and how God created the woman for him. Such a wonderful story of the beginning of time. This lesson and creative page activity is a PDF download and can be found at BibleClassForKids.com. The creative page activity that I will show you in this video is easy to put together, and the students really like them because each one is a new puzzle to assemble. Watch now as I show you how to make a kit for your students. We have just finished the number 1, the creation of everything. And it was such a great page because the slit holds the card into place. Today we're going to do another creative page, which is God created Adam and Eve. And you're going to need to download the PDF file, which comes with the lesson. It comes with illustrated instructions. It comes with labels to print, a slider bar template, and another template that is a cutting line template. So let's get started putting our kit together. We're going to start with our 12 by 12 paper. And of course you can use any type of paper that you choose. That's the great thing about these Bible Class for Kids creative pages, is because you can use whatever you have on hand. I use double-sided paper because I like the children to have a choice in their paper. And we're going to cut this into a 6 by 5 3/4 square. Now there's one other piece of paper that we need to cut, and that is the slider bar cover. And it is 4.5 by 5 inches. Now in your instructions you will find this base template for cutting the cut lines. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut that out. Then I always like to take one of the foam sheets and lay it down. Then I'm going to lay my base down, and then I'm going to lay my cover over the base. And then I'm going to cut through both cut lines with an X-Acto knife. And that gives us slits in our base page. Now that our base page is finished, let's go on to our labels. We're going to cut out our labels and then apply double stick tape. I always like to cut the outside edges first. And then I look for the longest line. After I've cut them apart, I want to cut the memory verse card off. Now we have on this one sheet of paper put enough labels for 2 kits, but I'm only going to make 1 today. So I want to keep my memory verse card separate, and I do not want any double stick tape on it or glue because these will be a take-home for the children. And now I'm going to put the double stick tape on the back of my labels. And after applying the tape, I'm going to continue to cut them out. And that completes our labels for the page. The only thing left is this slider bar template. And again, I'm going to cut the outside edges And this little slider bar is a little tricky. I cut the two side edges, and I want to leave this because we're going to cut out these inside portions. So that's where I'm simply going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut around it. And there are two on this page, but we only need the one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put double stick tape on these two tabs. And if you'll notice, there is a little box that you put your double stick tape on. You do not want to go past this corner. And because there will be a lot of stress on these little tabs, I'm going to totally fill it up with double stick tape. But I'm not going past this corner. And that completes our kit. If you are doing multiple kits, it is really easy and fast if you do each step separately. If you've got 10, then do all 10 labels. If you've got 15, do all 15 of the base pages at once. It makes it so much simpler. Now let me show you how to put our kit together for God Creates Man and Woman. Now to put our page together, we're going to simply take our slider bar and we're going to go from the back of the page and we're going to slip our tabs in the slots. And that allows the sliding. Now one of the reasons we did not go past that little corner is because your double stick tape will get caught in the underneath side of the paper if it's too long, and it will be sticky. So now, after we've done that, we're going to take our slider bar cover, and you can again choose any side you want if you use double stick paper, and we're going to attach it to the slider bar. We want to make sure on the tabs that we completely cover the tabs. So I kind of put this corner down and line it up all the way to the top. And simply press it down. And that allows our slider bar to slide. Now all we have left is our labels. So we're going to start with our passage label. And we're going to want to make sure that when we put it in, do not go past the edge of a slip. This is a slit. And make sure this edge is underneath your slider bar. And we're going to do that with all of the 4 labels. Next comes our key verse, and we're going to slide it underneath the slider bar. Then our main characters. And our words to live by. Now after attaching our labels, we simply slide our slider bar closed and we attach the top 10 and God created Adam and Eve. And that is our page today. And the kids absolutely love this because of the slider bar. Thank you for joining me today, and stay tuned for number 3 in the top 10 Bible stories.